Hello, tribe. How's the good vibes soul tribe doing? It's awesome Sunday. Today, I'm gonna talk about my experience with my ice baths that I posted in the community section yesterday, and people had questions about it. And so I'm gonna go through my experience with the ice bath and how it actually has helped me and many of actually in my transformation, um, but greatly with personal healing. And healing on all different levels, not just physical healing, but mental and emotional, and even spiritual. It's help with you know alignment and meditation and prayer. So I will jump into that message here in about 5 minutes. I'm going to give it a little bit more time for people to show up. In the meantime, we can talk about random topics and laugh or whatever we want to do. So, but I hope that you guys, and I pray that you have a awesome Sunday or an awesome day, depending on whenever you watch this video, because today is a great day to have a great day, and any day that you're able to open your eyes, that just means you're blessed. So that's your first blessing of the day. So anyway, hopefully you had a good weekend, and uh, you know, and things are going well for you. Abundance is your birthright, and we all deserve to have abundance. So I'm gonna wait a few more minutes, and then I'll just jump into it and discuss how ice baths have actually helped me, and the evolution of my ice baths, because I didn't start out with the amount of ice that I use now, and I had to redo a lot of research. I was doing the ice baths before I knew anything about Wim Hof, but Wim Hof definitely helped with me changing up how I was using ice baths, and made it more effective, I would say, because combining the breathing techniques with the cold immersion and meditation greatly helps with alignment and keeping you aligned, maintaining your alignment. So we'll wait about 2 more minutes, and then I'll jump right in and start discussing my experience with my ice baths that I love. It's either people either love them or they don't like them at all. I don't like to use the word hate, but they probably do hate them, or at least their ego hates them, hates ice baths. So, but hopefully you guys are having an awesome day, and yeah, man, it's gonna be a great day today, and I can't wait. I might actually take another ice bath today. Took one yesterday, might take one today, probably will take one today, but I'll probably go run 4 to 8 miles, then take my ice bath, then get outside because it's like it's a beautiful day out there. So, but I wanted to wish you guys, the best for today, and much healing, love, and light, and give you guys a chance to interact on a live event, and hopefully start the day out with some laughs, because it's always good to laugh. Laughter is healing for the soul. So we're gonna go ahead and discuss these ice baths. So let's talk about ice baths. So why ice baths are so important for me is because it helped me with my personal healing, for one, and that was I greatly am appreciative of that, because it helped change me into a totally different person. And whenever I first started doing ice baths, I didn't realize the benefits, all the benefits that I was getting from the ice baths. I basically was only taking ice baths. I started taking ice baths because I had 3 knee surgeries, and my knee was constantly swelling. Basically, I've had to put ice on my knee, 3 or 4 times a day to keep down the swelling. And so the reason why I actually started doing ice baths was just for my knee only. But later on, probably about, I don't know, a year or 2 years after I started doing these ice baths for my knee, I learned about Wim Hof. Uh, and it's kind of odd because I think I'm not exactly sure like how I got to know who Wim Hof was. I believe that a one of his videos popped up in my YouTube, and I watched it, and I was like, and then the next thing I know, I was binge watching um, Wim Hof stuff because it's very incredible. If you haven't watched one of his documentaries where he goes into detail on how he became the Iceman, then I do encourage you guys to actually go watch that because they're very it's very cool. I mean, it's very informative, and his story starts out with him finding it through a tragedy. Um, his wife basically committed suicide, and he felt hopelessness, and like basically he didn't have any control over what happened, or mental illness, and he wanted to find a way that he could get his control back. And it led him to an icy pond near where he lived, and he just felt like that the ice was calling his name to get in, and so he followed that direction and went and got into the icy pond. And I'm not going to go into more detail about it, but basically that's how it all started for Wim Hof. And from that point on, he went to like, I think he broke like over 20 world records or something like that. But he's phenomenal. He's helped a lot of people with various amounts of illnesses. And the great thing about him is he's brought this to science, where science is actually proven that his theory actually works. And not that it really matters, because if you use it and you feel like that it works for you, then it doesn't matter what science says. But the cool thing is that he did bring it to science, and it was able, and science proved his theory to be correct. And so anyway, moving forward, so I learned about Wim Hof. I started diving into his documentaries, and needless to say, I learned that through him, I learned that with proper breathing techniques, meditation, and cold immersion, those three things can help with controlling your autoimmune. It can help, which I have autoimmune, lots of food allergies, and it can help with like if you have Crohn's disease or colitis or any kind of internal inflammation, um, no matter if it's in your joints or if it's in your gut or throughout your body. But it helps with the inflammation. It helps with anxiety, depression, and it helps with PTSD. It helps with almost any kind of now I said help, not cure. I didn't. It may cure some people. It may help control those things. I'm not saying it cures it, but it definitely does help, and it's helped me greatly to get centered, to maintain my alignment. Anytime that I feel like that I'm low on energy, or that I'm getting sick, if I go and take like a 10-minute ice bath, then I feel so much better. And yeah, it's I ain't gonna lie, it does suck at first, getting in. It's very cold. Your ego is like telling you like the whole time, don't get into that ice bath. It's almost like it almost reminds me, it's like your mom, like, don't you be doing that, and that's what my ego sounds like. It's like don't you get into the ice bath. But I go and I don't follow. I basically do the opposite of what my ego tells me, and I just go get into the ice bath. I don't allow my monkey mind to basically control me. And oh, that's cool. Thanks for popping in, Sarah. Um, but yeah, so then you get in. So I started out with probably 10 pounds of ice, and so what I usually do is I take 30 deep breaths, and when I say deep breaths, I mean all the way in and all the way out till you feel like all the air in your stomach release all the way out. And you want to do that whenever you breathe in, you want to feel it all the way down in your stomach. And I do 30 of those before I get in, and then I put on like some usually very light meditation music, and then occasionally, sometimes if I plan, especially if I plan on staying in the ice bath for longer than 10 minutes, I have usually some hot tea that is that I take in there with me, and I get in, and I don't submerge my whole body at first. I gradually warm up to it. So while I'm getting in, I'm still breathing. I'm still taking deep breaths, and I'm concentrating on my breaths and not concentrating on the coldness at all. And then once I get all the way in and I sit down in there, I'm continuing to breathe, deep breathe the whole time I'm doing this. And then I close my eyes and I just focus on my third eye, which, I see like it's like a bright light towards the middle of my forehead. And I just concentrate on that and my breathing. And I push everything else out. Like I don't concentrate on the coldness. I don't concentrate on the music. And I just focus on that. And if that's one of the things the keys that's like helped me with like staying in the ice bath and not listening to my ego is by just concentrating on my breath and concentrating on the bright light. And then usually when you're doing that, like time goes by really quick. Like you don't really like 10 minutes it seems like a long time, but 10 minutes goes by really quick, especially when you're concentrating on your breath. And so I usually stay in about 10 minutes minimum, but most of the time I stay in 15 to 20 minutes. And I currently use 20 pounds of ice. So I've used up to 40 pounds of ice, and that was that was extremely cold, and it definitely tests your mind. And that's the one thing that I like to do a lot of times is test my mind, and make and strengthen that to maintain center. And but whenever you get in and you take that ice bath, there's something about it. It almost snaps you immediately back in the center. And so if you feel like you're a little bit out of alignment, and you get into the ice bath, and once you start doing those breaths and you start like meditating, like just focusing on your third eye, then you get recentered real quick. And it helps, the coldness helps with your skin, it helps with your hair, it helps with boosting your immune system. If you're a little bit tired, it would definitely give you some energy. You'll be very energetic to get out, trust me on that. And then usually followed by the ice therapy or the cold immersion. You can either go get in, if you have a sauna, you can go get into a sauna. If you have a walk-in shower, you can turn as high as it goes and get in there. Or you can take an Epsom salt bath. I usually follow it up by some sort of heat therapy too, and that's really good, and it feels really good. But whenever you get done, your whole body is gonna feel so much better. Your mind, body, and soul. It basically, your holy trinity will be totally aligned once you get out of the ice bath, and so you can use that as much as you want. If you want to just do it one time a week, do it one time a week. You basically use it to whatever your needs are. So if you need to say use it more than that, then do more than that. Sometimes I take 2 ice baths a day. Sometimes I take once a week. Sometimes I will take them twice a week or 3 times a week. I don't know. It just depends on how I am feeling. And and then the other thing is like if you start doing this and you really enjoy it, one of the things that you can do is you can go and either get like one of those uh, deep freezers, and you can just put water and ice in that thing and like put it on your deck or whatever, and you can just close that and it'll always be there, so you can just go do a quick cold immersion anytime you want to. And yeah, man, so it's helped me with definitely controlling my inflammation throughout my body, because a lot of the autoimmune is increased inflammation throughout your body and your joints and your stomach and your back, all over basically. And it's definitely helped with helping me with better meditation, better alignment, better immune system. My skin feels a lot better. My hair, I don't know really about my hair because I don't put my head underneath the water, but I hear that cold water is extremely good for your hair too. So it's you can look it up. You know, Google Wim Hof. If you have questions or whatever, if you wanna know like the documentaries that I watched, then just either leave it in the comments or email me Kingtridentstribe@gmail.com, and I will send those to you. So anyway, if you have any questions about ice baths or my story with ice baths, then just let me know, and yeah, I'll answer your questions and we'll discuss it, because this is a very good therapy to implement into your life. And so anyway, guys, that's my story about ice baths. And with that, I send you much healing, love, and light. And yeah, let's if you have questions, post them in the chat and we'll talk about it. Or if there's something particular you want to talk about, then let me know. And man, I hope each one of you have a great day. Hopefully you spend time with your loved ones and get ready for an awesome Monday. So how's everybody doing? How's your energy? How's your health? I got water here today. Hopefully each and every one of you is doing really awesome today. So does anybody got something you want to chit chat about? Post it in the chat and we'll talk about it. And if you use this ice bath, then let me know what you think about it. At first it might be a little bit difficult to get used to it, but once you start getting in a routine, then it gets a lot easier. But like I said, if you're not used to it, maybe start out with cold showers. I think sometimes cold showers is almost worse than ice baths, because of the moving water. But just start out with like cold water in a bath, or just like 5 or 10 pounds of ice, and submerge yourself. But yeah, so if you got something to talk about, let's put it in the chat. If you don't, then I will wish you guys a great day. And if you try the ice bath, then let me know and what you think about it. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you showing up, and hopefully you guys go try the ice baths. Hopefully you have an awesome week. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Please comment, like, share. I really appreciate it. My channel continues to grow, and I'm very grateful for that. Very humbled, always humbled. Yeah, so Anyway, guys, have an awesome, awesome Sunday. And remember, the three most important things in life is peace, love, and happiness. You guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.